Hey guys, I am Shay Stone, and I want to tell you something that I think is funny as hell, and I think you might think so too. I know normally I do a segment called Author to Author, but I don't have an author this week, so you get a funny story instead. My best friend and her friend fly down from Detroit, and we decide we're going to meet up for dinner. We're at dinner, and the waiter brings us a check, and we hand him the credit card, and we hand him the gift certificate, and she said, "Can you please check this gift certificate and let me know how much money is on it so I know if I can use it tonight?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So he disappears to go do his little thing, and he comes back and he's like, "Okay, there's $50 on it. Would you like to use it?" So they both look at me like, duh. And I mean, I don't know what he thinks he thinks we want to do. Like, we're going to take the card and put it back in our purse and pour water on it and hope it multiplies in dollar amount or something. I don't know. But anyway, I try to be nice and I'm like, "Yes, sir, we'd like to use the card, please." And then put the rest on the credit card. So he's like, "Okay," so he disappears. And they look at me and they go, "Why wouldn't we want to use it?" I said, "I don't know, that's Georgia logic." Now you have to understand, I have lived down here for 10 years now. The people are great, state's beautiful, but I do not understand the logic. So they look at each other and they look at me and said, "Can we ask you another question?" I said, "Sure." And the one girl pulls out her phone and she pulls up a picture of a construction sign on this side of the expressway that says, "Keep moving." They both look at me and go, "Why do people in Georgia need this sign?" I said, "Because they will stop." They said, "What do you mean they'll stop?" Okay, again, you have to understand, we're from Detroit, we're Midwesterners. Midwesterners are a logical people. If we are driving on the expressway, we will keep moving. We do not need a sign to tell us that. You know, unless you come across a pothole and your car gets sucked in and disappears for all eternity, which if you're from Detroit, you know that's a real possibility. We keep moving. In Georgia, if you are driving, you can be going 70, 80 miles per hour, and there will be a car pulled over on the side of the road, and all the other cars will slam on their brakes because they have to look and see what that car's doing. It's like they think it's a clown car and these little Cirque du Soleil performers are going to come out and be like, "Oh, okay," and perform or do something. I don't know. I don't understand it. They said, "You're kidding." I said, "Nope. Georgia driving is like nothing you've ever seen. You could be all the way in this lane, a car could be 3 lanes over, and that guy will decide that he has to get off, and he will just go, and you just better get the hell out of the way because he's coming." They don't use turn signals. I don't think I've ever seen anybody from the state of Georgia actually use a turn signal. I don't even know if the cars in the state come with turn signals. But anyway, I told them on that note, because I think this might be part of the reason why drivers go over like that, you need to download your directions. And they said, no, we have GPS. I said, I understand that, but GPS freaks out in Atlanta. They said, "Why?" I said, "Because there is 6 to 8 Peachtree streets." People tell you it's from the buildings and the satellites or whatever, but I'm telling you, it's because there's 6 to 8 Peachtree streets that all go like this. And you'll be driving and everything will be fine, and then you hit the Peachtree vortex of the universe, and your GPS is like, "Peachtree Street, Peachtree Lane, Peachtree Avenue, Peachtree, rerouting, Peachtree, you're on your own, okay, I'm out of here." And it has a technological brain aneurysm and goes off crying in the corner, and you're left to your own devices. And basically, you have to use the force to drive until you get out of the Peachtree vortex, assuming you're not sucked into some portal into an alternate dimension. And then your GPS kicks back in, and it's all rainbows and unicorns and puppies again. So they say, "Okay, fine, we'll download our directions." So we leave, and they go their way, and I go mine, and I'm driving home. And I'm in a lane going this way, there's a median, and there's another lane going this way. In this lane, there is a car going 50 miles per hour at least, backwards. So I'm going, okay, what the hell is this guy doing? This complete jerk is going in the wrong direction. So I'm basically calling him every name in the book, and I'm keeping it clean because I'm doing this. But there were some words flying. So I drive, and I'm in Atlanta, and there's construction, like there always is in Atlanta. So I get rerouted. I no longer have downloaded directions, and my GPS doesn't work anymore. So the other thing you need to know about Atlanta is you can be, like, where I'm from in Detroit, you know not to go in certain areas that you could get shot or whatever, and then other areas are fine. In Atlanta, like the area I was in, there is a exotic car dealership with Lamborghinis and Ferraris and Porsches and all this stuff on this side. There is one of those really expensive furniture stores with couches that cost like $9 million. I'm like, oh, that's great. Okay, I'm gonna go home and sit on my mass-produced from China $800 rooms to go couch. But there will be these two places, and then you will cross the street and you are in the ghetto. And I crossed the street. So the minute I cross the street, there's drug dealers, there's hookers, there's hooker buying drugs from drug dealers, there's transvestites with, like, 6-inch heel shoes that are like, walking like that, and I'm like, ooh, cute shoes, I wonder if she got them. Oh, no, wait, I'm in the ghetto, I, concentrate, because I'm a girl, and no matter what's going on, I can always appreciate cute shoes. So anyway, I'm like, no, focus. So I focus, and I see a driveway, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna turn around and go back the other way. So I pull into the driveway and realize it's not a driveway at all. It's a park. And in this park are two gangs. And they have knives and nunchucks and guns and brass knuckles, and they are about to throw down. And they're about to go, and then they see me, and they all do this. Suddenly, these two gangs that were enemies and about to take each other out unite and determine that I am the enemy. That apparently they think I'm one of those little clown cars, and I have a bunch of middle-class little white girls named Becky that are all going to jump out with their hair extensions and their attitudes of indifference and their mocha foam lattes and be like, oh, screw your brass knuckles, we will take you out, or whatever. So I'm like, oh, crap, okay, I got to get out of here. So they all start charging my car. And I'm like, oh, crap, okay. So I throw it in reverse and I flick on the windshield wipers because, again, in my Midwestern logic, I think that way if somebody jumps on the hood, my windshield wipers are going like this and they won't be able to get a hold of it. Not realizing that it's not an action movie and a Mel Gibson Lethal Weapon thing, and they are just going to come out and shoot me through the windshield. So anyway, my windshield wipers are going like this, and I'm driving back, and I'm like, I'm trying to make sure no one's jumping on my car, I'm like, and then it hits me. I'm the jerk driving backwards on the wrong side of the road. So yeah, I was that guy. Now, I would just like to apologize to the guy that I called every name in the book, because now I get it. You were probably running from a gang fight. So anyway, that's my story. I just wanted to share it with you. If you're ever driving in Atlanta, remember, download your directions and keep moving.